my channel. Make sure you subscribe, like, and comment.
Hello guys, welcome once again to another chat on the Real Housewives of Potomac. Fortunately, we're going to be talking about the season finale of RHOP. One thing before we go ahead and talk about today's episode, I'm going to say today's episode was epic. I think this was the most interesting episode in the whole season. I'm going to give today's episode a 10 out of 10. It's 10 out of 10 because I think for the first time in so many episodes in the season, I saw myself watching without being on a times two speed up. I literally, even as I was watching it, I was surprised because I did watch this episode on a normal time frame, and I was like, wow. I don't think that's happened to me in a very, very long time.
Wow.
Like, man, it was something. How did you see the episode?
Wow. That's basically that's all I can say is wow. I mean, it was a lot going on, a lot of stuff behind the scenes that we never knew that came to the forefront. You know, it had this little sad moment, you know,
Yeah.
and it had it's like, oh wow, for real, so yeah, it was really interesting. I watched it twice.
It was really very good. And I feel like they literally gaslighted us all through the season because there were some potential storylines that they could have, gone with, but rather they went with Wendy and Neka. At the end of the day, we never got the landing of that story, even till today. We haven't still gotten to the landing of the story. And I felt like we had other storyline they could have dived into, they could have gone into, and it would have made the season a worthy watch than all this drama that went on between Neka and Wendy. Hi, Shop Reality.
Hey guys, how are you?
Fine, how are you?
Good.
I'm doing well. Thanks for dropping the link.
Yeah. I was asking how did the episodes feel to you?
Oh, you know what? I just finished watching it a few minutes ago, and the ending. Oh my goodness, it was so good at the end. But yeah, I did watch it. Like you said, the only thing I fast forwarded, I think one scene. I don't remember which one it was, but it was much better. Especially the ending. The ending was really good.
Yeah. Anyway, let's go ahead and talk about the episode. So we started the episode with um the fight. We got to see the cameras were not there when the fight started, and we just got to see after the fight. But luck, luckily for us, we're able to see the real fight. I don't know whether you saw the real fight online during the week, last week. Leave it for your girls.
No, I haven't.
Oh wow. I think like 3 days before the episode, the real fight was actually posted online. The full fight was actually
What?
posted online. Yeah. And
Oh
one
wow.
thing I'm grateful is that I was able to see the real fight.
Mm-hmm.
And because there were some people that were officially lying on the episode.
Okay.
Watching the episode, then comparing it to the real fight, to what really happened, there were some people that were trying to shift blames. Now,
Mhm.
but let's just talk about what happened in the episode. This fight that happened, and we saw Kiana having to come out with a broken head, and Candice officially crying, try holding a bottle. How did you feel about the whole fight in general?
In general, I feel like Deborah. I mean, if you look at how all the other ladies were dressed, because I be peeping stuff. She
Yeah.
didn't come dressed as the other women did, in their finer clothing. She looked like she had on a jumpsuit, some tennis shoes, little stud earrings, hair was up, like she was ready. She did
Yeah.
come there with an agenda, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, she looked cute and everything, but it just wasn't the right outfit for that event. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it just looked out of place, and her attitude was like, hey, hi, you know. So yeah, you know, we're gonna get on Candiace, I'm pretty sure, within this segment. Because I have a lot to say about Candiace, but I won't say it right now.
No, you can go ahead and say what you have to say about Candice. It's actually related to the fight, so
Okay, well,
you
Candiace is always starting shit that she don't know how to end
to
up
finish.
finishing. Yeah, it's like you throw a rock and you hide your hands. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For one, you too light in the ass to think you gonna be out there brawling, not unless you know some karate or some taijutsu or something. You know what I'm saying? So she's a little coward. This is the second time that somebody wanted to put hands on her. Her mouth gets her in trouble. You can't have a mouth like that if you don't know how to fight. So I don't know whose hairdresser that was saying, you know, what did Wendy do and what did Candiace do to help? I'm gonna call her K because everybody else is calling her K because
No,
the name is so hard
that
to
that that
pronounce.
that
But
part we're going to talk about later because that's a different thing.
yeah, but
Um,
I'm just saying, he said that,
mm,
Candiace, if she's starting this stuff, how come she's
yeah,
not in the midst of it? You know what
when
I'm
it's yeah.
saying? When it's going down. It's like she starts this big old hold me back, hold me back. You know, that's a coward.
All 25 pounds of her, all 25 pounds of her.
Yeah. And that's the
Oh
win.
my god! Oh my god! Shopper, what did you feel about the fight?
Yeah, it was really unfortunate. I'm still trying to figure out what Kiarna had to do with that. Was she trying
Yeah.
to make peace or what would that, take up for somebody? I'm not sure what she's trying to do. But Deborah was trying to get a moment. I mean, if you go look at her Instagram page, she just seems to wanted to I think she was still angry about last season. It's Deborah.
Okay.
So this was her moment, I guess, to
You come
get
back.
it to come back, but the cameras were down. So maybe it was not that she was trying to get on camera this time around, but I guess she was just angry by some of the things that people were saying. But
Yeah.
yeah. But
Did you watch the full fight, the
oh
video
yes,
that
I
was
saw it.
posted online?
Yeah, I saw the video. Hmm.
The what I felt is watching the full video online, then watching the episode. What I felt during that fight scene was that Candice, yes, she has the mouth. She was saying a lot of things that could put someone in trouble. And when you say those things, you should be prepared to throw hands. And you can't throw hands, but those things coming out from your mouth. I feel like that those her mouth is like a defense mechanism for the fact that she cannot really fight. So um she said that thing, but there was something I also understood. She kept on the amount of time she kept on telling Deborah, and I think Wendy was also telling Deborah, and I also think somebody else was telling with Deborah that this is not a place, you know, this is not the place to address this. If you want to address something, even if let's just say because we never saw when according to her, she said Wendy and Candace were talking about her. And I found that unbelievable because you said Candace and Wendy were talking about you, but you didn't go and challenge Wendy. You only went to challenge Candice. So it gives me like, okay, Wendy and Candice are talking about you in a bad way. Why are you facing only Candice? You should have faced both Wendy and or probably she's scared of Wendy because of, Wendy might giving I you give me a punch, I'll give you back. So probably
I
that's
don't.
why she didn't face. You
Yeah,
said?
no, well, no, because Wendy said, if you remember the last episode, Wendy said,
Yeah.
"Hey, once they started, I kind of moved out of the way because I was like,
Yeah.
whoa, Wendy don't want no smoke, you know, she don't."
And
Now,
but I felt like Deborah, the fact that Candice kept on saying, leave my presence, and we know Candice has a bad mouth, kept on saying those bad things to you, and said told you, leave my presence. I feel like she's still continuously charging out Candice is like, yeah, I came here with an agenda, and if I don't get what I want, I'm not gonna leave here. And that agenda was, I'm going to confront you, Candace. And that was the wrongest of place. Then you went ahead and spilled wine on her or whatever. I don't know what was on her glass. You spilled it on her hair. Kiana that has been telling you, please stop this, was like, okay, trying to like push you to be like, babes, that's over the board. I don't know what happened or how the whatever thing hit her head. Then, the brawl started. And I felt bad because Kiana, that was never in the middle of all this, was now the one that had to suffer through it. You get, but I felt like Deborah had this thing to have literally stepped back if you knew it's going to a space of where you're thinking of, exchanging hands. So I felt like Deborah came with an agenda and she did not want to leave that place without that agenda being, met. And I think that was the biggest of issues, the biggest of issues I had. But kudos to Karen, kudos to Charrisse. I'm not gonna lie, Karen was like, she showed me why I kind of liked Karen amongst almost all the ladies. She showed her maturity during the fight, the way she went to Kiana and be like, no, this kind of thing doesn't happen. And I kudos to Charisse because she held um Candice back when Candice was, who knows what Candice would have done if with that bottle. We should have been able to hit on Deborah, but I give a very big kudos because I feel like with them, it couldn't the fight didn't go further than it could have gone. Because I feel like Kiana was prepared to go heavy and hot on Deborah. She wasn't expecting that for sure. She wasn't.
excuse me, I don't think that she was expecting it, but I think she was trying to like calm the situation down,
Kiana?
and yeah, and I felt
Yeah,
like,
that's what I'm saying. I'm saying Deborah did not expect for Kiana to, go that hard with her, like have exchange,
yeah,
you
but then
know.
didn't Kiana say something like, well, she hit me in the head, then
Yeah,
that's when me and her
I
were on
went
the
for her.
floor. Yeah.
Yeah.
So her trying to hit Candace, she actually hit Kay. And Kay
Yeah.
was like, oh no, we're not gonna do
Oh
this.
no.
You know?
Do you understand, Kiana? And I love Kiana from now on. I I love Kay from now on because I cannot be trying to try to break up a fight and I'm the one getting hurt. Of course, like I've been trying to tell you, this is not the place. This is not the place. I ended up being hit on the head. Of course, I'm gonna get pissed off.
Yeah, for sure. Now, from then, it doesn't become Candace's fight; it becomes my fight. You know, so I completely understand. But me personally, if it was me, look, I'm sorry to say, but if it was me, I'm a different breed. You
Yes.
started, and you get all this commotion and your mouth is just going and you're just throwing everything you got at somebody, you pick up something, I'm not going to stop you. I'm going to just sit back and be like, okay, let's see what you do. Let's see what you really
Mm-hmm.
made out of. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Because this is your mess.
Yeah.
I'm not Captain Save-A-Ho, and I'm not about to say nobody who starts it first.
Mm-hmm.
I protect the innocent and the weak, not the big mouth people. I just don't. I don't waste my time. I
What do
get
you,
the popcorn. I get the
yeah,
popcorn. That's what I do.
yeah. But at the end of the day, sometimes what this thing have actually taught me is that sometimes it's not the person that is the most annoying that end up being the biggest fault, because we see Candy saying things that could literally hurt somebody, and we see Deborah pushing forward, them escalating it. The only thing now we are realizing is the escalation. And some of us might forget that, okay, there were some words being said that literally caused that. Now, let's look at this fight now. If you were to say who has the biggest of blames, who are you going to share it with? Within Candice, Kiana, and Deborah.
I would definitely say Deborah. Because words don't hurt.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's the actual physical touch. Words don't hurt. Not unless you believe them.
What about you, Shell Princey?
You said who is the biggest to blame, is what you said?
Yeah. Or if you want to share the blame.
Oh, share the blame. Oh, I'm still confused because I don't know. Well, from what Ashley said, that Candace started was talking about the woman before she confronted Candace. So I thought that she didn't start calling her names until the woman came up to Candace first, but it sounds like she said Candace and Wendy were talking about her, calling her the help, calling her vermin before she came over there. But we saw when the party first started how she showed up, walking around, speaking to people. She wanted so badly to get on camera and to interact with them. She was desperate for that. That was clear. So I don't know. I guess they're both to blame a little bit on Candace's part for, I guess, calling her names, but we don't know why Candace started calling her names. Maybe she was staring at them. Maybe she was
Mm-hmm.
giving dirty looks. Yeah, we don't know what happened. It's just sad because it sounds like what Karen was saying. It sounds like, or even Dr. Wendy, it sounds like they're trying to starting to think that Ashley, it was a setup, that Ashley, brought her there and knew that Ashley was, that the lady was going to confront Candace on some level. Maybe not this bad, but maybe that Ashley knew that she was going to say something to Candace. But I don't like how Ashley, oh, she's my dear friend, and I've
Oh.
confided her over over the years. But listen, when we first met Deborah, Ashley had just met her. When they were having their play date last season, she was saying that she had known Deborah for like several months. I don't even think she knew her a year yet. She was like, "Oh, we met on a play date." Yeah, just met her like less than a year. So you haven't been confiding in her for years. I'd say
Yeah.
maybe a year and a half, but oh, she's my dear friend. Yeah, right. I believe you brought
Mm-hmm.
her up there so that she can get on camera and that she could confront Candace in some
Candace.
capacity.
Okay,
Maybe not fighting, but I think she knew she was going to say something to her.
okay. I just want to say, um, if we go back a little bit, uh, um, didn't Candace meet her when Candace had her first kid?
Right, because she's no, 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 the second one, the little boy, the baby. She said that they met on a play date when she had the second son, Dylan.
Okay, okay, because I'm thinking maybe it was the first.
No, because when we met her when they were in the apartment talking, she was like, "Oh, I met her not too long ago on a play date and we hit it off. And she's been very helpful," whatever she was saying.
Right.
Yeah, the way she made it sound, that part. And now going to after 2 days about after the event, they are in their event, the paper event, the picture event, and everybody's there. And um Karen is there, Candy's sister is there. Charrisse walks in. Please, was Charrisse really injured or that was for play?
I was thinking the same thing. I was like, "That's a prop. That was a prop. You got into the tussle. You were trying to hold Candice back, and somebody stepped
And
on my
somebody
foot."
still goes, right?
Yeah.
The story was a story.
Right.
I kept on asking myself, I said, how is it that she said I found out when I got home that my nails were okay, even if your nails was a little bit, in a way, it doesn't mean that you would have to wear that. I don't understand how it got to your from your nails that you had to wear that on your leg. I just thought, this is just like a script that she wrote for herself, to get the cameras on her, be like, oh, she called herself the security. Although she did, she did really hold Candace back, but I don't think she was really in that of a harm's way because the person that was really in between was Kiana. Kiana was the one really in between. So I don't understand how she came back home with that.
Well, if it was Candace that stepped on her foot, it couldn't have hurt because Candace
Oh,
ain't that she just ain't got that.
yeah, she doesn't have that weight, so I don't know why she had to wear that. So that was like very big laughter for me. But anyway, going back to the event, we had Charisse there, we had Ashley there, we had Giselle walking in. Now these ladies are there, Karen is there, and I see Ashley trying to blame it on Wendy and Candace. I was like, get out of here. Your friend fault. Don't blame it on Wendy and Candy. And my question will forever be, you said that she said, and the thing is that she was giving this information like she was not there. That was what was pissing me off because that's why I say I am grateful that I got to watch the full fight video before the episode. Because the way Ashley was giving her own testimony in her confessionals about the fight, it looked as if she was a third party, like she wasn't there when everything was happening, she just met it. Meanwhile, in this video, the full fight video, she was there when it started. She was there even when Candice took the bottle. She was there when Deborah threw the drink on Candice. She was there when Kiana was starting to step in the middle between Candice and Deborah. She was also there when the first punch was thrown between Deborah and Kiana. She was there all through that. And now coming to the episode, now being like, oh, I heard from Deborah. Deborah told me that Wendy and Candice were talking about me and was talking about her, and she went there to confront them. You went there to confront them. Why was it only Candice you went to confront? Because I'm pretty sure if she had gone to confront both Wendy and Candice, I'm sure Wendy would have been like, you know what, I'm not going to give it this time or space, this airtime to, say what you will have to say. Why did she focus mainly on Candace? And she was like, oh, Deborah said it was Wendy and Candace. I didn't like the fact that Ashley was trying to throw the blame because I know she felt like, okay, Giselle was here, this person was here. All these people will be happy if we say Wendy and Candace are the problem. Wendy and Candace not the problem. Ashley was the problem. You knew. It's like I say, have a friend, you have two friends, they don't talk to themselves. It would be very stupid of me if I carry those two friends and I bring them to the same place when I know that, okay, if these two friends are in the same place like this, there's gonna be fire I now bring them together. That's like I'm the one that is looking for trouble there myself. So whatever action that is those my friends end up exhibiting in that place would be my fault because I did create the opportunity for that to happen. I brought them together. Ashley knew that Candice's dislike for Deborah is real. You were there last season when this lady lied about Chris. The tape was played back and found out that all what she said about Chris was a lie. She was just attention seeking. And Candice with her big mouth, with the mouth that she has, which might surely say something. She knows about Candice's mouth. Then you decided in the brightest of ideas that you have was to bring Deborah and Candice into the same environment. It's like you're looking for trouble. So I would say Ashley was so wrong bringing Deborah, and the fact that Deborah was talking to you before going to challenge Wendy and Candice in your own testimonial about the event. You were a bad friend because if I was the person, I was in Ashley's shoes. When Deborah was telling me then I want to go confront them, that was there and there. I would have said, hey, don't go. Be a queen, be the bigger person and forget about it. Or even if you want to challenge them, this is not in my event. Don't ruin this event for me. I have planned hard for this, but you allowed her to go. So I feel like she wanted the heat. She thought maybe she did not expect it to be in a way that there will be exchange of blows, but she wanted the heat. And for her to come to that event and try to paint it that Wendy and Candy are the cause of the issue, that did not sit well with me at all. And because I feel like she probably said it because of Giselle was there.
Yeah, I mean, I see your point, but then I also see the other point that I made earlier.
Yeah.
Words cannot hurt you. You know what I'm saying? I have been called so many names, and a few times I got upset until I realized that my power relies on my reaction. If I believe those words, then yeah, I'm gonna get upset about it. If I don't believe those words, it's not gonna affect me. They're just words. They're letters, you know? So I don't know. That's my thing that I see on that, so I didn't see the reason why. Let's say that Ashley didn't know that Deborah was going to jump off like that, you know. So even though she did invite her, is she responsible for her actions? You know what I'm saying? I can't control the next
Mm-hmm.
person next to me. If I'm somewhere and somebody says something to the person next to me, and I'm saying, hey, just be cool. And they keep talking over there. I can't control how this person is gonna either take it or jump off. I can't control it. Who am I? You know what I'm saying? So I can see where you're saying the blame is Ashley, but in all reality, who controls you?
I'm not really saying that the blame is Ashley's. I'm saying that that there's a very bad blood between these two. All I'm saying is that it could have probably been avoided.
Well, it makes
It
for
could
good
have been.
reality TV, doesn't it? I mean,
Yes, it does. Just like when she brought her to, was it Karen's event last season when they were in that dark place when she brought Deborah at that time? She's bringing her around on purpose. And then for Deborah to make that stuff up that Chris leaned in and was trying to talk to her. And then they showed the video that the man wasn't even looking her way. And Happy Eddie, all of that stuff she was saying, you're bringing her around because this is what you do. And this is how you have managed to stay on this show all of these seasons when you should have been gone after maybe the second season. You have nothing else to offer but to create mess. And that's what you do. And it's so obvious because she's so bad at it. The little smirk on her face and the way her eyes are googling around and she knows she tried to act so surprised and shocked. What happened? And then I think somebody said that, like, I think Karen said that you didn't protect us. You were not protecting us from these people who are out to get us. Well, I know I've broke off ties with Deborah and I've gonna, stop talking to her for a while because, I don't tolerate what she did. Okay, I can understand. You probably didn't know that it was gonna go that far, but you knew bringing her
Yeah.
around, you were hoping that she was gonna get a chance to get in Candiace's face so she can get some screen time, just like when you had the housewarming and you brought her. And yeah, I think tried to I don't remember if she tried to talk to Candiace then, but that
No,
was your goal,
Candice was
trying to
not
create
there.
drama. Candiace wasn't there. Okay, that's right. She would not have been invited,
It was
but she spoke to
only
Wendy.
Wendy.
Wendy, yeah. So, but I
Yeah.
like how Wendy
Wendy just
called it
ignored
out,
her.
right? Wendy called it out. I'm happy that she did. Like, this is the mess that you're doing, and you've been creeping around here, doing this stuff for years, and then you think that we don't see that you do stuff. It's so clear. I mean, you're so bad at this stuff. I cut ties and stopped talking to her for a while because I don't tolerate that. Just she sounded like a politician with the explanation that she gave the ladies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
And,
she
and
was a
and the
big
reason why she said that was because all the ladies came together. I love the way Karen called everybody around because Ashley already was trying to sell a narrative to Giselle and Robin about how it was Wendy and Candice. Did you see that how she changed it when they were all together rather than when Candice and Candice and Wendy were not there? When Candice and Wendy was not there, she was like, "Yeah, Candice and Wendy are the cause of others." But when they came, she realized that saying that would that would have been effed up. So she was like, Deborah just told me that you guys were saying things about her.
You are
And
so right.
and Candice was like, I was not saying it to her. There has been moments I know that I've been to parties before, and I'm talking about somebody sitting down somewhere far from me, and I'm gossiping about the person. Doesn't mean the person has to walk up to me and be like, "Yo, you're talking about me."
Right. And then her
It's like,
confessional, I'm sorry, go ahead.
no, go ahead.
No, finish your thought. I'm sorry.
And that's it's just like you're asking for trouble because I'm sitting down there beautifully talking with my friend. It's my talk, it's my mouth. I am privileged enough to say what I want to say with my mouth. As far as I'm not, I used to say something. I say when I'm going out, people talk about me a lot because the way I do my things, I don't really like associating in the place I stay. A lot of people, when I get home, I close my door, I close my gates. I'm indoors. If I don't have anything doing, I'm indoors. You might. Some people think sometimes even if I'm not traveled, people think I've traveled because I don't come out like that. So I go out, I love you, start be like, oh wow, she's doing this, she's that, she's that. The only thing I say is, as far as you don't come to, I hear those whispers. Doesn't mean I have to go to every one of them and be like, oh, you called me this, you called me this. I'm going to challenge every one of them. That's like me asking for trouble that I might not be able to withstand. But the only thing I say is, as far as you don't come to me directly, the time I know that okay, you're finding trouble is when you come to me face to face and be like, oh, I'm saying this thing about you. Then we didn't have an issue. Then we'd fight it out. But as if you can gossip about me as far as you're not saying it around me, as far as you're not saying it to my front. I know you say those things, but at least you're not coming to say it to my front. So if Candice and Wendy, let's put it that okay, yeah, Candice and Wendy was having a chat about her, about Deborah, but they were not saying it to your front. And that's what Candice said. I wasn't saying it to her. That's the difference. I was having a chat with my friend. So what's her business with a chat I was having with my friend?
Eavesdropping.
And she was not like, oh, As in, she was trying. She literally changed the storyline. She didn't go as much as trying to hit it on Wendy and Candice. That gives me the fact that she just wanted, when she saw Giselle, she was like, I know if I tell Giselle that it is Wendy and anything that spoiled their event, when Giselle was going to buy into it and be like, yeah, I trust that Wendy and Candice will really go back. You are the cause of your event going south.
Wow, I just thought about that. So you think that okay, no, no, no. You're still saying hindsight. Okay. I thought you were
Yeah.
saying something. Okay. What I was gonna say, just like you said in her confessional, remember she was saying stuff about Candace. Once again, Candace went too far. She said
Mm-hmm.
things that she doesn't have to cut to the white meat. And some of the things
Mm-hmm.
that you say just go too far. So she was trying to put it off on Candace, I guess, to try to show, look how bad Candace is. Candace is a hothead. Candace, can't control herself. So that was probably another angle she was trying to get going by bringing this girl there, knowing that the girl was going to eventually get up in Candace's face somehow to start some mess. And they probably knew that that was leading up to one of the last events of the season. I guess after that they had that
Mm-hmm.
one more event with the photos, but she knew she hadn't done much that season, Ashley,
Yeah.
and she's got to do something. Do you guys remember at the listening party last season at Candace's event when she kept trying to get
Yeah.
Chris to say something? Well, Chris, I think
Yeah.
you need to apologize. And Chris was like, leave me alone. But she knew that was the last event and she had to start some mess so that she could get a call back on a contract. I'm so sick of her. She needs to go. Oh, I'm just so sick of that woman.
Um, when I realized that she's just all talk was when her story started changing when Wendy and Candice came in. And also when her story started changing when Candice's sister confronted her. She
Oh,
was like,
yes.
yeah.
Thank you. I forgot about that.
I was like, why is your storyline changing? The 1 minute you're with somebody saying, "Oh, Candice and Wendy are the fault at the cause," then you're now with those people. Why don't you say it in front of Candice and Wendy's people and be like, "Oh, yes, they are at fault"? Why did she say it in Candice and Wendy's front? Because even Neka had to say no. Yeah, although Neka was like, I don't think Ashley is at fault, but she felt like Deborah overstepped. There's nobody that will be there that won't feel like Deborah did not overstep. I know, even I myself acknowledges that Candice has a bad mouth, but there's an over there's this. I'm still trying to justify why she walked up, why she left where she was, and decided to walk over to where Candice is to confront her for some. I don't get. It would have been a different thing if Candice was saying it aloud, like maybe like calling her names. I mean, like, yeah, you're this loud. I'll be like, okay, yes, Candice was really trying to goad her. But Candice was talking with her friend Wendy.
Yeah, I mean, but Candace, hey, she's said stuff in the past, you know, and I mean, by Ashley saying Candace in her mouth, I mean, is she wrong? I mean,
I'm not saying she's wrong.
look what happened between her and Monique. I mean, that was her name, right? Monique.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You remember what happened. Like, how many chances did she keep giving Candace?
What the thing is that we understand. I feel like you are in a group of women, you know how everybody's character is and how they react to certain things. I feel like you should know when to do the right thing. If I was Ashley and I know Candice has a very bad mouth, why would I have allowed Deborah to try to go and challenge her when I know that there is a very 100% chance that Candice will say something that might annoy the hell out of Deborah? Or she would have said something that was so low that even if I don't have the thought of fighting, I would want to fight. So why would you create that venue? And if you know, Wendy said something that she saw Ashley and this were looking at them, then Deborah whispered something to Ashley before coming to Candice to confront her. So what was the thing that Deborah was whispering to Ashley?
Good point. Good point.
What was the thing she was whispering to her? Because I don't know, all these things is just fishy. I'm not exonerating Candice. Yeah, I'm not. But I feel like Ashley doesn't just rub me off in the right way in this whole thing. She knows how to throw a bone, then runs away and see where it will fall. She knows how to do that, and it's pretty annoying.
It's
Then she
very
now comes
annoying.
out and come and acts. Wow, I didn't know. I wasn't aware. Even me, I had to call her out. Everybody that was there was calling out Ashley. Let's be truthful. Even people that are in alliance with Ashley was calling her out. Me had to say, even this month, let's say yesterday the alcohol overtook her. What happened the next day? You're on Twitter ranting, saying those hurtful things about Kiana. You literally hit someone in the head. The person was bleeding, and you're ranting, "Oh, I hope you enjoyed your ride to the hospital. You forgot your nails in my hair."
That was cruel and disturbing and disgusting. That was disgusting. I didn't know she had tweeted that stuff. That was horrible.
Yeah, that wasn't cool at all. You know what I'm saying? It's like, for one, you didn't even get your target. You know what I'm saying? So you hurt an innocent bystander and then you gonna clown her. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? So actually, you're admitting to being in this brawl, so if any charges are being pulled up, you just gave them all the ammo right there.
And she should not be allowed to come around anymore, you know?
Yeah, I agree. And where was security?
Good question. Even though they had stopped filming, there still should have been security at the club, at the venue.
Yeah.
And it took too long to stop the melee that was going on.
Well, yeah, they haven't even taken off their mics.
Right.
So where was security?
Good question.
I feel like they wanted the mess.
That's
They wanted to see. They wanted to see how that would go.
Oh, they getting picked up another season. Come on.
Sure. And now I realize why Mia deserved the first seat. Because I was asking myself, why did Mia have the first seat? This episode kind of made me like, okay, yeah, she deserves it so
girl.
much.
She deserves it and so much more. I love Mia. Mia. Oh, there's something about her. It's playful. It's charming.
She
It's
she
mysterious.
is. I look
Get
at
it,
her and I'm
Mia.
like, woo, Mia.
Do you think Gordon is in on it?
It
On
sounds like it because looking at the little clips of the reunion, like you speaking to dude, like, hi,
Yes.
have a good day. Like, what?
Yes. And then
oh
What
my
the hell?
god.
but guys, do you guys realize that this was filmed after the season had wrapped? Because the last
Yeah,
event was that the showing off the portraits. That was supposed to be it.
yeah,
So I guess when Gordon went to TMZ, because we saw him do that, then all of a sudden all this came out. I guess they said we got to go film this because we know this season was trash. We didn't have
yeah.
nothing. Let's go film this. So that
Exactly.
get
Yeah.
it, yeah, get it.
Mm.
Man. You know what? Let's go ahead. Let's talk about Gordon and Mia.
Wait a minute.
I
You're not gonna say anything about how good IK looked when he walked down those steps in that tuxedo? He looked good. I was like, IK cleans up good. But go ahead. Let's move on to Mia.
yeah. No, he cleans up good. He was looking more beautiful and handsome than his wife. I'm sorry. I didn't understand. I didn't understand the dress that Leka was wearing, but I'm gonna give her the grace. Probably in season 2, she will have a better sense of, you know, the fashion. I hope so.
Yes. Yeah.
Her season 2, not the season 2. Her season 2. Hopefully she gets called back because seriously, I want to finally. I still want to know what's the ending between her and Wendy.
Maybe they'll show it at the
Yeah,
reunion.
When Wendy was speaking her language,
Did you
our language,
understand it? Did you understand it?
of course, my language.
Okay,
Although
let me hear it. Let me hear it. Say it. Say what she said.
I don't, the thing is that she wasn't even speaking it well. I'm pretty sure they're
She
going to
was
come for
speaking
her. Yeah, she wasn't speaking it well. What she was trying to tell Wendy was what Wendy was trying to tell her was that I spoke to you in our dialect and I told you don't go there, but you decided to go there, and I've
Okay,
been through a lot.
so you think maybe she whispered to her during a scene in their language, "Don't do this."
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I think they spoke in dialects so
Okay,
that
got
other people would not hear, you know. So I wanna probably they'll tell us on the green on, but if really Wendy did speak to her in the dialect to not go there and Nekas decided to go there, that would be heartbreaking for me because I spoke my dialect to you. As for say Igbo to Igbo girl, spoke the dialect, baby girl, you still fucked me up. Oh. Wow.
Wow, that was
That's bad.
beautiful. I
That's
love the
bad for
language.
Wendy.
It's beautiful. It sounds so sophisticated and
it. Right.
educated and
Right. Now, how does what
jeez.
now? What if Nneka doesn't speak the language and Wendy said that and Nneka didn't know what she meant?
And the thing is, I think we'll have to watch the episode to really get it
Okay.
because we just only heard Wendy's part. We didn't get to hear um Neka's part. So let's not judge, let's not prejudge. I'm just trying to explain what Wendy said. So
Oh,
let's get to that part and let's probably, but I feel like there's no way. Because Ike is a typical Igbo man. Even with the way he talks, you will know that he still has the Igbo tongue in
accent.
him.
Okay.
Yeah, he still has the Igbo tongue in him. And Neka always Wendy doesn't come to Nigeria a lot. When Neka comes to Nigeria a lot.
Okay. So even
So
so even though she sounds like a valley girl, you think she still speaks and understands the language.
yes, the dialect is still there. It's just like Wendy. Wendy didn't even speak it well, but it shows like I'm not really that very like I don't speak the language well, but I hear very well. So that's how Wendy, although if I want to speak it, I will speak it the way Wendy spoke it. Wendy spoke it like somebody that has been outside the country for so long that is actually forgetting her mother's tongue.
Mhm.
Bro, I
I
think she
can't
got that
wait.
message across. She got a message across. So I just want to find out how did she speak in dialect to Neka and Neka still went ahead and ran with the story. And I want to see what Neka has to say for her own part in that. But anyway, but it seems like I don't think she's really picking any too much bone with because even at the party when she was like even Neka spoke up for I was surprised she even mentioned Neka's name, you know the way they were making it seem as if there's so much as enemy. I'm sure Neka too was even surprised when they mentioned her name. I was like, even Neka was there, trying to like. Neka was surprised. Did you notice the surprise in her face when you mentioned her name? When she was like, when
Yeah.
she was talking
She said
about the fight.
even NECA. She said even NECA came over. Yeah, I saw that. That was sweet. That was nice of her to say that.
So I guess we wait for the reunion to like know what exactly really went on between them. But I want to see what actually did go on. I want to see Lebe. I want to see Wendy's mom. I want to see everybody. That's it. Anyway, back to Gordon and Mia. Man, I don't know, but I feel like Gordon is obsessed. Jesus Christ. That man is obsessed. How would you, my first question is, how would you stay in 11 years of marriage and 10 years of suspicion that your son isn't your son and you are still in the marriage? Wow.
I don't know if
That
that's
is,
true. Do you think that that's something that they just added just to make it more salacious? Because he didn't say it. She said did he say it or just did Gordon say that or Mia
he
said
said
that?
it. He said it.
What did he say?
And
Yeah,
he was like, you were seeing this guy, and why is it that he thinks that what's
That's
his name?
right. Jeremiah. Yeah, you're right.
Jeremiah is his.
Oh wow. Oof. That was good. But he looks like his dad to me. Oh my goodness.
Well,
It was so
this is what
good.
I want to say about Gordon. You made the rules. Now you're upset that your two uh, non-negotiables have been crossed over. You know what I'm saying? But you made the rules. You gave her the green light.
Lights. Yeah.
So you can't get upset. That's just like me saying, "Oh, tell my husband, oh well, you know what? I'm just not really feeling it. So you can go out, and I'm gonna give you a hall pass, but just don't let me, catch nothing to find out about it. And then I catch something, and then I find out. You know what I'm saying? I made the rules. So what am I upset for? You know, he was trying to keep Mia. Didn't he
Mia.
divorce somebody to marry Mia?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What comes around goes around, huh? Grass ain't always greener. You don't always get what you can't get. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, the age difference, that right there from the get was a problem, you know, because as you're getting older, she's getting more riper like fine wine.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, what did
Oh,
you
I like
really
how you
accept? Go ahead, shop reality.
No, I said I like how you stated that she's getting riper. I like that.
Yeah, so what do you expect? I mean, a woman in she hasn't even really hit her prime yet. You know what I'm saying? And you're just like your balls are touching the carpet, you know, and your back hurts. So, like, what do you expect her to do? You gave her the green light, so why be upset? That's all I want to say about Gordon.
I'm surprised that he agreed to film this. This is what makes me think that they're both in on it. Like he wants the drama. It's
But are
like
you sure? No, I felt like, see, I felt like probably he wants to use this opportunity to embarrass her. But I don't think Mia is the. You can't shame the shameless, can you?
good point. And she seems to love the attention and the guy too,
Exactly.
because now it gives
Because
that guy attention as well.
the episode dropped last night and they were all lovey-dovey in pictures on Instagram. So I feel like because the things he was particularly saying was giving me like, yeah, I want to embarrass you. I want to put you in the lowest of low. And the parts where we saw Wendy and her husband Eddie and Eddie was like, he messaged them in the group chat of the men, the house husbands, and he was like he needed to tell them something and he was trying to get across to the wives. My first question was, why are you trying to get across to the wives? And for them to realize that he was trying to give them info on Mia that they might use to hurt her. That was giving me like, this is a salty person that never expected. I think I said it in our last week review that Gordon is giving me when when I decided to give up my ex-wife and everything to follow Mia. I never expect, if somebody had told me that this is going to be my future, I would have denied it. I would have denied it. But uh, now I feel like he's trying to hold on to any hope anyway. Because why would you want to contact the wives of the other housewives to try to give them debt on Mia? That's giving me that you want to hurt her any way possible.
Yeah,
Okay.
I agree. I'm just curious as to why he would want to film that whole scene. Like, why would he want that on television unless he was trying to secure her another season, getting top billing? Because as she said, that she was giving him money so he could eat. So this this benefits him
Yeah,
and the
that was
children. Yeah, that was something else. This benefits them both. Like, okay, because she stole it. She stole the season. I am proud of her because
Yeah.
it's about time. These other people have been hanging in there doing absolutely nothing. The only one that I'm concerned about is Karen, and I think Karen's getting that spinoff, or they're going to be redoing her country home. I think we're going to see that on play out on TV. But these other
Mhm.
people, I don't have a problem with Wendy either. But Giselle's been hanging around doing nothing. And Robin, oh gosh, Robin is just horrible. And Candiace, I think Candiace bowed out gracefully. She probably saw that, hey, I'm not going to be able to tolerate dealing with Giselle anymore. And I'm young. There's more stuff that I could go do. So, and then I was already wondering if Kiarna was her replacement because they were both kind of small in stature and everything. But yeah, I'm happy Candiace made the move that she did. But anyway, back to what you're saying. Yeah, that benefits them all for them to film that scene. And then he gets up, I'm not doing this anymore. Just telling all their
Yeah.
business. It was so juicy. It was so good.
Wow, it was so the parts where he said he took her phone and locked her in the room like her dad.
Right. It said that you needed to rest. It was only 2 hours.
It was only two. Oh, oh, the way when I heard that, I jumped down and I came back and I was like, no, I didn't hear this, Will.
No, what
Did
did he
he
say?
say,
Did he say he locked her in the room or locked her phone in the room?
yeah,
No, he
he
locked
locked
her in the
her
room and told
in
her
the
What?
to
room?
rest.
What? I thought he meant the phone. Oh my goodness.
Like a teenager, like she's been out all night.
Exactly. She was on
Yeah,
punishment. Oh my goodness. I guess that
and
was what he
he
signed
locked
up
her
for.
in the room.
Jeez. That's
Ooh,
kidnap. No, seriously, that's kidnap.
Yeah. There is a word for that. You're right.
No, it's kidnap, honestly.
But for
Kidnap.
kidnapping, don't you have to move a person from one place to another?
Well, he moved her into the room and forbidden her to come out. That's kidnap. She couldn't use the bathroom for 2 hours.
oh my
Like,
god.
that's kidnap.
But that is the reason why I did say that it was giving me that he's obsessed, he's struggling, he's trying to do everything to make the relationship work. Because if 10 out of 11 years, now this question by this comment was like, quick question. Mia's youngest child, her daughter's paternity is not in question. Is it their only son, Jeremy? The fact is that for 10 years, with the way they were speaking, they've been in this open relationship for a while. And she came to tell you that she was literally sleeping with this guy and she doesn't know who the father is. And you never, I still don't understand it. I'm still trying to understand why didn't he get it? Even if you feel like, yes, I'm still going to take care of this child as my own, why didn't you still get a paternity test? It's giving me that he's trying to avoid something.
Oh, it's just all crazy to me. I mean, like both of y'all gonna be doing the same girl. I mean, can Gordon still do it? Like,
He said he had prostate cancer now, so yeah, after his
okay,
surgery,
so I guess he was healed enough to have kids, you know. But what I'm saying, so if he was, why didn't he say, "Hey, look, I'm okay now, so I'm gonna take your hall pass back, and we're gonna carry on like we did before," or why wasn't a stop put to it a while ago? Because you knew it was happening. You know what I'm saying? You gave us
yeah.
so many examples of her being out with this guy, you know.
Mhm.
So if you knew that, and why are you guys sleeping with the same woman? I mean, it's hey, I mean, whatever rocks your boat.
And the way he said that it has been going on for 10 years of their 11 years of marriage.
Yeah, and before the marriage.
Oh my god. And how would your wife call somebody else her soulmate?
Yeah, her
Her
safe place.
soulmate.
Yeah, her safe place. Okay, well, you need to be
Wow,
with your soulmate and your safe place.
man, Mia has turned this man's life around. Oh my God. I think I'm beginning to like Mia because what she did to Gadon, I know because he left somebody. He literally abandoned his wife, feeling like Mia was his everything, his king, his queen, the love of his life. Now you reap what you sow. Because right now she's lovey-dovey with this guy. As in, to see that Mia is not really bothered about anything. Where after the episode dropped, Mia had pictures of with this guy when they were kissing. Everything was online. Online. On Instagram.
Well,
Mia doesn't often care about Gardens.
yeah, well, remember Karen said, "Hey, I heard you were sleeping with a rapper," and Mia said, "Hey, he's not a rapper." Right there, that was telling us, yeah, she's sleeping with somebody,
Mm-hmm.
you know. So, yeah, I mean, I can't feel sorry for Gordon.
I can't. I can't see myself feeling sorry for him because he
Yeah,
didn't feel sorry for. And the fact that she keeps on telling him, "Don't fight with your siblings because you," for her to say you were the cause of everything because you were overspending.
right.
You were literally overspending.
Hmm.
So why are you fighting with your siblings when they decided that, you know what, we don't want you in the family? You can't come and because of your overspending ruin the family business.
Right. Which
So they
I
told you, man, we are me. Oh my God. And to that guy that stuck around for 10 years.
well, that was her high school sweetheart.
He stuck
And
around for 10 years.
but he
Wow,
the
that's
assignment.
a very real love.
Yeah, he understood the assignment and their arrangement.
That's a good point. Can't wait to see him on the show next season. He's just grinning from ear to ear.
Oh my goodness.
She deserved it after that scene. I tell you, boy, they had nothing. They had nothing all season. Nothing.
They had nothing. I man, when I saw this episode, I was like, oh my God, this has been the season. Like everything was just a waste of time. I feel like they thought that Neka and Wendy's witchcraft story was gonna sit well, but it didn't land well. But this one,
I don't know. I'm still trying to wrap my head around him saying hi to the guy on the phone.
Yeah, what's up with that? And why was he there? Gordon is here. Hey.
Yeah.
that part was very funny to me and embarrassing for him. because
I guess Gordon's
why
trying to get paid next season.
why would he be saying hi to your I don't even get. Why would we say hi to him?
But didn't somebody say that Gordon has moved on and he's got somebody too?
Mhm.
Allegedly, I
I
think I
don't
heard
know.
somebody say that.
I haven't heard it.
Because I think I heard her say that there is a place that the kids stay and that she and Gordon just take turns going to that place so the kids don't have to move. And I believe she said that Gordon has moved on as well, but I don't know. I could be wrong. But I'm happy to hear that the kids are stationary.
For sure.
Yeah, but
Wow.
she's grinning ear to ear, and that guy is grinning from ear to ear. And he's very charming, the guy. Have you guys heard him be interviewed?
Yeah.
He's very charming. I think he's going to be great next season if he would be good on that
He's
show.
gonna be great. I
Yeah,
can't wait to see him on the show.
yeah, yeah. He is very nice
I
personality, very charming.
Yeah,
I
give me
can't wait
some
to see
more
him on
music.
the show. I can't wait to see. Before we kind of wrap it up, let's talk about the reunion clips. Like have you seen the snippet of the reunion? Even for my girls.
Yeah, I
Okay, I
seen
think they played it in the episode, right?
huh, pardon me?
They played at the end of they played it at the end of the episode.
Yeah, I seen it. I seen it.
Yeah. Now let's talk about the fact that Ashley is still saying she's massaging Michael's feet.
Oh, that was disgusting. I was like, what does her hand smell like? You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
Oh,
why? Like,
oh
don't you
my
have room for people
god.
to do that? Like, they got a machine. You can put your feet in, and put the water in, and it massages your feet. I would have bought him one of those because my hands
Ooh.
wouldn't have been there.
And what I don't understand, if they're supposed to be broken up and he doesn't live there, when is he there for her to massage his feet?
Well, she said he didn't.
She said, "What? What'd you say?"
Maybe for your girls.
I can't hear her.
I
I
said,
can't.
can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, I thought she said every night that she rubs his feet.
Right, but she's been trying to claim that she bought the house. He's, used his credit or whatever to get the house. They're not together. But now you say you're rubbing his feet every. I'm so sick of her. She needs to go. She needs to go. Like I said, if they need somebody to drop, innuendo and do messy
Right.
stuff, Mia can do that. They don't need Ashley there anymore. And Mia's good at it because you don't know which angle Mia is coming from. Is she a friend to anybody? So it's like Ashley is so not needed. Get rid of her. If Candiace is not coming back, Robin allegedly is not coming back, then that opens up
Yeah.
for at least two people and get rid of Ashley. So that's three spots that can be filled with three other people. And you know who I would like to see on there? I
Who?
can't believe I'm going to say this.
Ooh.
Ashley Silva. Can't believe I'm saying that.
From Love
From
and Marriage?
DC. Yes. Of the Marriage DC, because she knows those people. She's supposed to be friends with Candace, and that I guess there have been, when they asked them to recommend people, allegedly she's been recommended before. She and Arena have been recommended before, but I'd love to see Ashley on there. Can you imagine?
Oh my
She
goodness.
she would. She wouldn't be backing down from Giselle. I don't think she'd be sniffing behind Giselle. Well, if Robin is gone, Giselle is just going to be. I guess
Yeah.
Giselle would have to
How
be
did
friends
you
with
feel
Karen.
about it? When I heard the news that Robin might have allegedly she might not be coming for the new season, and allegedly they said she was fired.
Mm.
Allegedly, not confirmed actually. Allegedly, they said she was fired from Candice is no longer coming of her own decision. She decided to say she was not coming back for the season. Not that she might come back later on, but at least she needs to take a breather. That is necessary. And allegedly, Robin was fired. Now, looking at it, how would Giselle function? We don't have. She doesn't have Robin. She doesn't have Candice to blame everything on. She doesn't have Candice facial expression to blame. Candy smiling to blame. Candy laughing is no longer there to blame. So what would be Giselle's story?
If Ashley is still there, then she and will still be cool with Ashley, but hopefully Ashley will be gone too. That's what I would like to see. Get rid of Robin and Ashley and see what Giselle has to do and bring in somebody like Ashley Silva because there's no way she's going to be sniffing up behind Giselle.
Yeah, but I think NECA would draw closer to Giselle. And if they brought Ashley in, I think Ashley and Wendy would have a problem.
Ashley and Wendy.
Hmm.
How? Why? How would they have a problem?
Because Ashley is confrontational, and it seemed like if you give her the wrong look, she has a problem. I mean, quite evident, like what she had with Clifton. I mean, he just gave her a look and she was like, "Oh, you're up in my face." And
And why was she?
My
Why was she looking at him? Why was she looking at him to know that he looked at her?
that part.
But my own feeling is that I'm grateful that Robin might allegedly not be coming back.
Mhm.
I need Ashley too to be gone, but I know they might not want to send Giselle out because they love Giselle a lot. But I feel like what is the essence of keeping Giselle if Huda, she's kind of Robin is like her go-to person is no longer going to be there for her. What would she have to offer? And if Neka is the only person that might probably be very close to Giselle, I I I I'm gonna be truthful. I really don't want Neka getting too close to Giselle because one moment Giselle might turn on you.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely. She's got a husband and she
Yeah.
seems happy and he's a doctor, of course.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But I was thinking they probably try to slide Charrisse back in there.
Okay.
Yeah, try to slide her
Even
back
if
in
they
there.
slice that in back in there, I don't want Cherries versus Karen. I'm tired.
I'm tired of that too. And Karen seems tired and yeah, yeah.
If Cherries is coming back for another part of Karen versus Cherries, please let her stay at home. Let her stay where she is. I don't think I can deal with. We just finished dealing with Neka versus Wendy. That didn't land well. I'm not gonna jump from Neka versus Wendy to Cherries versus Karen. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. If that's the reason why she's going to be coming back, please let her not come back. Maybe we need it. And it feels like production is really, according to what Jasmine Brand said, it seems like production is trying to shake up the season, the Housewives, because the ratings has been bad. People have been complaining. People didn't like the storyline of Neka and Wendy. I am praying. See, the way after the season ended, I've been praying, God, please let them call back Neka. Whew.
You said call back NECA or
Call back Neka, like let her be back on the next season. Like I've been
oh good. So,
praying so
so
much.
you softened up.
You said?
I said you have softened up
See, I never disliked Neka. I just disliked
the
the
storyline.
circumstances,
Yeah.
yeah, of where she went to. I would not, if I was close to her, I would never advised her to go with that storyline because, like when they say, you don't understand the ramification, and every other person that doesn't understand the ramification. It's only you that understands the ramification and what I'm gonna go through if people hear this. So that's the only thing I didn't like about Neka, but I do like Neka. She was like a fresh air. If it's her style, her makeup, everything was just fresh. The way she behaves, the way
Wait a
she
minute. Living for my girls. Do you hear this?
Yes.
no.
Well,
See,
let's admit her makeup is getting better.
Yeah, she looked nice in that rose gold that she had on, but listening to Uzo talking about, oh, she's a breath of fresh air.
no,
Where
she
all this
she
come from?
no, she is like I see. I'm gonna admit I was pissed off,
Yeah.
but I then not to allow I think when I stopped seeing the witchcraft thing being thrown to my face, I think I kind of like, okay, let me really see this Neka girl for who she is. Because I think the witchcraft thing was kind of blinding me
Right.
to really seeing who she was. So it was good that I feel like the producers purposely faded it out.
You
Because
know what?
the thing just
Go ahead.
ended, the way the thing ended, I felt like they faded it out because a lot of people were calling it out.
Yeah, I think they must have removed whatever that was that NECA was
Yeah,
alluding to because they saw that the fans were like, no, and the community was really upset. So they had to
yeah.
just dismantle that story. That makes sense. So then
Yeah,
we were
because I
left with
felt
Bunch Enough.
well, I feel betrayed by there because I feel like even if you wanted to start a storyline from the beginning, you should have done your research to see if it was great
Yeah,
to
this
be
is
talked
nothing to
about.
play with. I agree. Yeah.
Exactly. Now you're airing it and you're realizing that a lot of people, especially Africans, are being like, what the heck is going on here? This is a big thing. Anywhere in Africa, we're not even talking about only Nigeria. Anywhere in Africa, there is a big thing to be talked about. Some
Right.
people literally get off because of this. And you bring this thing in this scenario, in this environment that they don't understand what you're saying. and everybody would laugh it off. And you know what people disliked the most was when Giselle and that her friend Carl. Man, I think I don't like that Carl guy. That her friend Carl or Chaos or whatever his name is was talking down on it. You don't know what it is, and you're talking down on it and be like, yeah, I believe Neka. I believe Wendy's mom can do that. Wow.
He said that? I don't remember that.
That
But I
was the episode.
know he had something to
What?
say about that fight too. I was like, why is he putting
Yeah.
his 2 cents in it?
I was like, I don't like this guy. I don't like him. The way he was like, I was like, no, I don't like him. He felt like for me, it felt like he was doing too much. So that's the thing. I feel like since they faded out the story, kind of like Nicola, and because of course she's my sister. She's from my tribe. So of course I'm gonna like her. When I heard that somebody else from Nigeria was coming, I was going no matter what I was gonna love this lady on the new cast. But when I heard what she was going for, that was when I started disliking her because I would not have brought that storyline up on the air there. So that was the only thing. Now that I no longer hear that, of course I'm good with her.
And we do have to give her some grace because she didn't bring it up. Ashley did.
Yeah. So that's the thing.
And that's what Wendy said that she's got some questions for Ashley at the reunion. And you saw the little clip, where she said to her,
Yeah.
you knew that Ashley did that. It's like she needs to go. And the reunion must have been bad for her to film that, what she said in the car. I just want to say I had a lot of things going on during the season. And she just looked panicky. So they must have really tore into her about
Gone for
you
her.
started this
Yeah.
mess. Yeah. This whole thing. You knew that you had heard it was something taboo and you brought it up anyway. But anyway, that was about it from what I remember from the scenes that they show. I guess Giselle, she called me an imp. She called me the devil. And then Candace, yeah, Candace, she's shaking her head. I guess
Yeah.
Candace is just over it.
And Candy is still standing on her words, being like, yeah, you
Yeah,
are. I think even Andy is tired of both of them.
yes, tired of both of them. It's like one of them was going to have to go. And I guess Candace said, you got what, 15, 18 years on me, lady. You go right on ahead. I can go do this music thing. If I want to have a baby, I can go do that. And I can always come back
Yeah.
to this because you can't carry the show by yourself, Giselle,
And
especially Robinson.
also, and
Right.
also Robin speaking about the fact that Candy's husband's pictures are
Yeah.
online.
My
Oh,
goodness.
is that
Like,
I didn't
Robin,
even know.
keep quiet. You're not somebody that should talk when people are talking about people's spouses.
Yeah,
You should be
you're on your
shutting up.
way out. You're on your way out. And let's not even bring back what whose husband was that? Ashley's husband said about your husband.
were they talking about Chris? Those pictures being about Chris, or were they talking about Gordon? I don't know
Yeah.
why I thought it was
They were talking
Chris.
about Chris.
They were talking about
Okay.
Chris. But
They're talking
I
about
was
Chris.
I was saying though, Ashley, that they should be worried about what Ashley's husband said about Juan.
That he'll never marry Robin?
Nah, about he would mind.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay, I remember.
Oh, that's why I
So
was like, go ahead.
no, so like you're on your way out, Robin. So I didn't need to know anything about a limped anything. That's what I'm saying. She should have been worried about all that about her husband and what somebody wants to do to her husband. Be worried about that because that's your business.
Is the fact that for me when I heard that from Robin, I was like, there's a thing you will go through in life, and when some certain topics gets discussed, you would not be able to impute because you're the last person I need advice from. You're the last person I need coaching from. So why was she talking about Candy stuff when her own issues is not even perfect? Why?
I wonder
So
what
it
she's gonna
was,
do. I wonder what she's gonna do now that if she's not on this show, who's gonna be buying her hats and stuff? Because the only reason why we buy this stuff is because they're on the show. And then
yeah.
she's opening up this business.
Has she finally opened up the
I don't know. I don't know, but I feel bad for her because but she just has such low energy and seems unmotivated, and she admitted that that's part of her issue. But it's like, okay, now if he's not working and you're not working, what are you guys going to do? Because like we buy the stuff because we see you on TV. Oh, I'm going to buy her hats. Now we don't see you. Why would we keep buying the stuff from you? So hopefully she's prepared herself for this. I feel kind of bad for her for that, but she gave us absolutely nothing and she seemed complacent.
yeah, and she didn't want to dive into her life a lot.
Yeah,
So
probably because it's unbelievable. I mean, like, who would have thought? You know what I'm saying? Who would have thought? Like from all these seasons when we first seen them, that it would go the way that it did. She's probably in shock. She don't know what to do.
yeah.
She comes from a
Oh,
family where her mother and father were always together her whole life. So maybe she feels obligated to be together like her parents did, so her kids could have both parents in the house like she did. Some women are like that.
yeah.
You
But
know,
anyways, I can't wait for the reunion because it seems like the reunion is gonna be. Well, somebody said on the comment section, Neka has to go with Ashley. No, no. uh, no, I know a lot of people have been saying that. That's why I'm scared. That's why I'm praying hard for her. She's in my prayers, serious prayers, that she should get called back for new season. Like I'm really, really praying for her. She
yeah, I
should
hope
get called
so.
back. I really hope so. Well, let's just wait for the reunion to see how the reunion will be. But it feels like this reunion is gonna be very juicy because of Mia and Gunna. So I'm just waiting on to see. I can't wait to see Neka and Wendy's interaction and what really happened. I can't wait to see that. But it will be fun. Anyway, guys, thank you for joining us today on another recap of the Real Housewives of Potomac. We'll be seeing you guys same time next week for the part one reunion of the show. Don't forget to like on this video. The more you like, the more YouTube recommends this video. Don't forget to comment on the comment section. And don't forget to click on the subscription button down below to subscribe to Shop Reality TV's YouTube channel and also on Filtered Users YouTube channel. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.